Rochester Museum and Science Center is bringing back its annual Holiday Bazaar Arts and Crafts Sale.
This morning, we're joined by RMSC Council members Barbara Power and Susan Allen to learn about this year's event. Thank you both so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
You guys have been doing this for a while.
Well, this is the 52nd annual year for the craft show. And we have 150 exhibitors. And the difference with this sale is that it's juried.
Wow. Okay, so what does that mean?
So we have so it's chosen, all of the vendors that are there are chosen by our leader, and it's new. We have new vendors every year, so it's different. We have a lot of the good ones from the past, and it's always something new. So every year you're going to find something new.
It sounds like it's going to be a very exciting weekend. I do, though, 52 years, I want to go back in time a little bit. I want to go back to the beginning, or just the past couple of decades. If either of you can talk to how this bazaar has grown, sustained its reach in this community, because to see something last this long, it's pretty unique.
Well, it speaks to the community that has come out and supported it. And it was unique when it started, and now there are lots of bazaars, but this is sort of the grandmother, I guess you would say, of a lot of them. And Rochester has really come out and supported the artists who exhibit as well as the museum, and it's wonderful to see.
52 years of this. For you two, is this kind of like the official start to the holiday season? Like once this starts, you're like, all right, holiday shopping, it's beginning now, I'm ready to go.
It is.
Absolutely, yes, and you can come and there's lots of different fudges and candies, and there's so much to do, and it definitely is the beginning of the holidays, for sure. It kicks off right into Thanksgiving, and you'll feel the holiday spirit when you're there, all different holidays. Yeah.
We love that. Talk to us, if you can, about planning for this, because I would imagine this does not come together overnight. You didn't just put it all together yesterday and show up this morning.
No, we have two co-chairs who have worked on this the entire year, Connie Zozak and Christine DeTurk. And one of them works with volunteers in the museum, one of them works with the artists, and they have a committee and they start planning. They probably will start in March and send out letters. By June of this year, the show was sold out.
Wow.
That's incredible.
So they get people lined up, and the artists themselves plan their exhibits because sometimes they go to different shows. They have to know where they're going. So this is all fairly highly scheduled.
Wow.
I bet that you have regulars, so to speak, people that come back every year because they love the unique element of this show, right?
Oh, absolutely. We have people who come back. We have exhibitors who come back. I've talked to a couple of them. One of them said this is the only indoor show that he and his wife do.
Wow.
Do you have any exhibitors that have been there, maybe not since the beginning, but longer than the rest?
I don't know that we have any who are there longer than the rest, but we have some who come every year. We have Pat Schmidt, who makes holiday decor, and her things are really beautiful.
And are they all local artists?
No.
Okay.
They are from, well, not local to Rochester, but local to New England and New York State. Some from
Ohio and Illinois are coming in.
Wow.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
This is, you know, not your average bazaar.
And I gotta tell you, earlier this morning we were talking about having you come on and talking about the bazaar, and we had some video from a previous year, and there was a place setting that Abigail spotted, and she immediately said, I have to find that now. I need to go and get that bowl and find out who made it. So if you can help us out, we'll find a picture of it, and we'll let you know.
Beautiful things that we've been showcasing. If you know anybody has seen the video and some of the pictures from previous years, one thing more stunning than the next.
The skill, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, just the imagination that it takes to come up with some of these ideas. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's so, I'm just in awe of what people can do.
Very good. Thank you both so much for your time today.
You're
we
welcome.
appreciate it. One last time for somebody who's interested in stopping by, they can still come?
They can definitely come. It starts tonight, 4 to 8. Tomorrow is 10 to 5, and Sunday is 10 to 4.
$6 at the door for single day and $10 for the entire weekend.
Correct. And it's 2
Look at
buildings.
that.
You have everything through the RMSC. There's 4 levels. There is also at the Eisenhart, there's going to be exhibitors there. And there's food too at the Cunningham House. So that will be open to enjoy and see the museum. And it's just absolutely, it's a fun event.
Shop till you drop
Yeah.
this weekend, people. Thank you both so much
You're
for waking
welcome.
up bright
Thank
and
you so
early.
much.
Yes, thanks.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Time right now is 8:55. Stick around, much more to get to here on ARC Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour.
We are back on the other side of the break.
I'm on my way.
Good Friday morning. I'm Stephanie Joseph. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. The Rochester City School District updating its search for a superintendent as the public talks about what it wants. The district telling us it's interviewed more than 1,000 people to help profile their ideal candidate and wants someone who will at least stay for 5 years following years of turnover. Demario Strickland, you see there, is currently serving as interim after Dr. Carmine Peluso left for the Churchville-Chili Central School District. The Students Association at the University of Rochester is fighting to have charges dropped against 4 students charged in a vandalism case. The group passing a resolution this week to protect a student's rights to safety and due process. The 4 are accused of plastering posters across the River campus targeting Jewish faculty members. In national news, President-elect Donald Trump now has a new pick for his attorney general. He selected former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi for the role. She is a longtime Trump ally and was one of his lawyers during his first impeachment trial. Trump's first choice, Matt Gaetz, withdrew his nomination amid scrutiny over a House ethics probe into allegations of sexual misconduct. Now, for all of these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit our website, 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester is back right after this.
Friday morning. It is November 22nd. Thanks so much for joining us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We've got a lot to get to this morning right here on Arc Rochester. A packed hour, including we are going to be sitting down with the man himself, Buddy the Elf. He's getting ready to hit the stage this weekend at Greece Athena Middle School for their upcoming production of Elf the Musical.
Yep, and then later on we'll be going over the results to our poll of the day. This morning we asked you, what is the worst winter weather condition? The options. Dan, you want to read them?
Yes. Slush, ice, blustering snow. Did you like that? Blustering
good.
snow?
Yep.
Or heavy downfall. You can weigh in. Just grab your smartphone, scan that QR code. It'll take you over to our X social media page. You weigh in on the poll, comment below the poll, and repost the poll. We'll go over those results for you coming up at the end of the 9 o'clock hour.
And speaking of the weather, we're joined now by meteorologist John Boinagurio to chat about it. Some areas seeing some snow out there. John, some people may be waking up unhappy campers.
Yeah, the snow is there for part of the area. We saw some pictures earlier in the day today, and a lot of snow having fallen in the Bristol Hills, about 4 inches at last check. And hopefully we get some of those snow numbers in. Nothing really being reported just yet, but as we go through the morning, we'll keep an eye on that. Here's a look at radar, and you can see right now the heaviest snow and rain is west of Rochester, near 20, just south of I-90 out towards Attica, near Warsaw, just west of there. And the rest of the area, you can even see, which I love on these days like today when you get the rain and snow, where the lake valleys are. You can see out towards Canandaigua. You can see the green just extending a little bit farther south. That's the Finger Lakes there, and you can see the hills being with the snow just to the south of there. So really neat, the things that you see on radar on days like today. Here's why we're seeing the snow in the hills. Obviously, as you go up in elevation, the air gets colder, closer to the surface. That just a little bit of warm air allows that snow as it falls to melt and turn into rain. So you get that cold rain at the surface. That's what we're seeing here in Rochester. And as we go really down south, as far as the base of the hills, that's what you're seeing is rain. You go up and
house.
It might be.
I think that's Abigail. I think that's your house.
It might be. John.
Yeah.
This graphic is so cool.
This-
Did you make this?
I did not, Scott. I stole this from Scott.
This is very cool.
Last night, I believe he made this. But this is what we see on days like today, where it's marginally cold enough at higher levels of the atmosphere. Dan's got to get a better look here.
Oh, it's flowers. I couldn't tell what it was.
They're not sheep.
I couldn't tell what it was. Flowers.
Yeah,
I
but
like it.
You get those close to freezing temperatures in the hills, and you get the snow to stick. And you saw the pictures from the Van Bortle Subaru earlier today. The roads, some of them covered in snow. Traffic, if there is any out on the roads, is going to be slow going for areas south of Rochester. Closer to the city, it's going to be really no issue, just some rain. But you do want to go slower. It's that consistent rain that gets a little bit ponding on the roadways. You get some hydroplaning out there, so you want to take it slower, especially if you've seen some snow already.
As we get through the day, though, the morning commute, sticky for some people out there. Late this afternoon, 5 o'clock, rush hour, people heading home, starting the weekend.
Things start to improve by that point.
Okay.
We will see some clearing as you go from east to west, the rain actually moving in the opposite direction that we usually see due to low pressure off to the south and east of us. So we are going to see some clearing later on today. As we go into the evening, it's not going to be totally dry, but if you do have some outdoor, some traveling, hopefully there's nobody with outdoor plans tonight, we are going to see fairly dry conditions. So it's going to be much better later on in the day than we're seeing right now.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you had to give the weekend a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is like the worst, don't go outside. 10 is like
For
spend
November,
all your time. Yeah.
it's like a 5 out of 10, I think.
Okay.
It's going to be windy. It's going to be gray, but most of the days are going to be on the drier side. There's going to be some opportunities for some scattered showers and light snowflakes in the higher elevations again, but it's going to be one of those half and half kind of weekends if you can deal with the clouds.
Well, then listen, you know what I say, half and half. There's a 50% odds that I'm not getting off the couch.
I
Right?
think there's
That's
probably
the perfect weekend for it.
yes.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people with that same mindset.
Yep.
All right.
John, thank you. We
appreciate it.
Time right now is 9:06. We have much more to get to this morning here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back,
We're going to be learning more about the Memorial Art Gallery's Drawing as Discovery exhibit and some of the pieces you'll see on display.
And don't forget, watch us on the go wherever you are. You can stream us live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. Just gonna grab a sip of water real quick.
Nancy Norwood.
That would be me.
All right. Thank you so much for waking up bright and early and coming in.
It is 9.
After 9 this Friday morning, and in your community, the Memorial Art Gallery is currently hosting an exhibit that'll bring guests back in time, showcasing 500 years of drawings and watercolors.
This morning, we are taking a closer look at the Drawing as Discovery exhibition and what you could expect to see. We're joined now by Curator of European Art, Nancy Norwood. Good morning to you. Thank you for being
Good morning.
here.
Thank you for having me.
500 years. It's got to be a big exhibit.
Well, it's smaller than you might think, considering that we have all of the drawings and the watercolors are from our permanent collection, and we have about 2,000.
Wow.
There are not 2,000 in the exhibition. It's 110, I think. So it's a pretty tightly packed show, but the way that it's designed is it's very intimate, and so people don't feel overwhelmed. But it's really a lovely show, and it really showcases what Treasures Mag has to offer and what treasures are in Rochester.
When you curate a show, Can you talk to us about that process, the selection process in particular? I would think I would go mad trying to pick one over the other, and then everything would just be on display.
I did go mad a little bit. I did. Well, it's different because this is a collection from the permanent. This is a selection from the permanent collection. So I'm not reaching out to other museums asking for loans or anything like that. So it's right in front of me what I can choose from. The hard thing was narrowing it down because we do have so many great works and what was going to work together, because it wasn't, French drawings from the 18th century. It was our drawings, and how was I going to organize them? And so they sort of, in a way, once I picked the drawings, they sort of sorted themselves, if that makes sense. So you let the art speak to you about kind of where it wants to be.
How long did it take you to put all of this together?
I would say from the beginning, it was about 3 years.
Wow.
To put the whole thing together. I mean, there were a lot of other projects in between, but we started with a smaller show, idea of a show, and then we started collecting contemporary works on paper when our former director, Jonathan Binstock, was there. So that broadened the scope of the show from old masters to contemporary. And we've really emphasized collecting artists of color and women artists in the contemporary world. So incorporating that into this bigger selection was part of it. So it was sort of a living. It was morphing, sort of as it happened. So
because it takes such work to put this together. 3 years of work to put something like this together. You're working on multiple projects at one time.
Right.
How many projects at once is typical?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Major projects, maybe 3.
Wow.
And then you always have your day-to-day work, like writing labels or putting out a fire here, or not a literal fire, obviously, but writing labels, doing research on the collection, working with donors, looking for new acquisitions, looking for deaccessions that you're going to remove. So all of that sort of work that goes into being a curator, and then your major projects are on top of that. So
you're busy.
It's a busy job.
Yeah, I believe it. For those watching at home who are very interested in coming and seeing the exhibition, what would you say to convince them to actually pull the trigger, come and see the work?
Well, I think what we tried to do with this exhibition is a colleague of mine sent me a quote early on, and it was from an art critic named John Berger. It said, "For the artist, drawing is discovery," which is how I came up with the title. And then we started talking about it, and we realized, people are afraid of drawing, but they shouldn't be, because we all draw. I mean, even if you're sitting in a meeting and you're doodling, you're drawing. And so we've tried to make the drawings really accessible, to sort of get you to look at how an artist is making something. And every drawing in there is an A+ drawing. It's not my doodle by any stretch of the imagination. But we also have things that are fun. Our interpretive engagement department put together a drawing lab. So you can go in there and you can make a still life. You can draw from a skeleton. There's a mirror. You can draw a self-portrait. So it really encourages people to look at the drawings, but it's not just an academic exercise. It's actually an experience. This whole exhibition is a very different take on what we usually offer. And I think, so you get the experience of looking at, for one thing, these drawings have to rest. They can't be out all the time. That's one of the things. So they're, maybe 5 years they sleep, and then they can be on because their work's on paper and they're fragile. So it's one thing is a really rare opportunity to see great works by Georgia O'Keeffe, pastels by Georgia O'Keeffe and Degas, and then newer work, some work that is not by artists that you would know anything about. There's a 19th century American drawing of a horse that was used to teach cursive handwriting. Wow. Which is a wonderful drawing.
Yeah.
But it's not something you would expect to see hanging next to the Georgia O'Keeffe. So I think there'll be one way I would encourage people is, everybody draws, and so experience that. but you'll be surprised. You know, you'll see this exhibit and you'll be surprised at what's there, and you'll be surprised at what you didn't realize MAG had.
I think this is going to be great. How long does the exhibit run?
It's open until January 12th, so perfect time for the holidays. We're open the day after Thanksgiving, which is always a great day to visit the museum because you've eaten too much and your family's there and you're driving each other crazy. And so it's a great way to get the kids out too, because like I said, we have this drawing lab in there, and the kids have, you know, if you want to park them for a while in there, that works too. I mean, I've seen so many people engaged in that lab. The interpretive engagement department did that. I didn't do that, but I just think it's fantastic to have this sort of interactive experience with major works of art. It's not like a separate school or something. Mm-hmm. It's really like smack in the middle of Picasso's and Rembrandt's. And
especially for those kids, like you said, you're teaching them how to discover it, which is truly incredible.
Right.
Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. We'll put all of the information on the exhibition over on foxrochester.com.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. $9:20, welcome back. Time for another edition of Behind the Story. We're going to get right to one of the big stories we're following this morning.
Yeah, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants that include Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, the Netherlands-based court said it found reasonable grounds to believe Netanyahu allegedly used starvation as a method of warfare. Stephanie Joseph has more for us this morning. She's been following this story and she's at the live desk. Steph, what can you tell us?
Yeah, the court's decision followed allegations focused on the period between October 2023 and May 2024. The warrant also says that Benjamin Netanyahu has some responsibility, bears responsibility for crimes against humanity of murder, persecution, and other inhumane acts.
Steph, was this warrant just for Benjamin Netanyahu, or were warrants issued for anyone else?
Yeah, so as well was the former Israeli defense minister Yoav Gallant, and there was also a Hamas official.
And Steph, has the prime minister responded?
That is for sure. Yes, he has. In a word to describe his response to this arrest warrant being issued, he called it anti-Semitic. He also said, quote, "This is a black day in the history of nations," and also that the International Court of Justice in The Hague has become the enemy of humanity, pointing out that it was created to sort of protect humanity.
Okay, Steph, so here's the question for you. The ICC, what sort of power do they have? Because I think when you hear there's an arrest warrant issued for someone, even if it is a political leader or a figurehead, that they would be arrested. Are there chances that Netanyahu could actually be arrested?
So in a short word answer, yes. And all of that has to do really with the member states of the ICC. There was actually a treaty, I believe, called the Rome Statute that has the list of different countries. There's about 124, if I'm remembering correctly, that sort of have the responsibility to sort of start that process by obeying what's been issued by the ICC.
And Steph, the relationship between the U.S. and Israel, we know that the U.S. has been very supportive. I'm wondering if we've heard any kind of response from the president or any other political leader from America.
Yeah, we have heard from the president. There's actually a statement on the White House website that reads, quote, "The ICC issuance of arrest warrants against Israeli leaders is outrageous." And Biden saying, "Let me be clear once again, whatever the ICC might imply, there is no equivalence, none between Israel and Hamas," because we also know that that Hamas official was also issued an arrest warrant. He ends by saying, "We will always stand with Israel against threats to its security."
What is Benjamin Netanyahu saying in response to this? Has he issued a response to this?
Yeah, he definitely has. As I said before, saying in a word that this was anti-Semitic, but he also said that Israel will not recognize this action. Let's take a listen.
Israel will not recognize the validity of this decision. We will continue to do everything we must do to defend our citizens and defend our state against Iran's axis of terror. Iran and its terrorist proxies, which include Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and others. Our enemies are your enemies, and our victory will be your victory, the victory of civilization over barbarism and tyranny.
Really an interesting story that I imagine we're going to continue to see developments out of this from the ICC. It will be interesting to see how the other nations tied respond.
Yep. Steph, thank you for the report. We appreciate it, and we'll keep our eye on this as well.
Hey, stick around. A lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. Can we get a mic check from you, please?
Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Sandy, some big news since last you were here. No.
What?
What is it?
What?
Right. Yeah, it's new. She doesn't.
Okay. We're live on YouTube.
Ah!
Uh-huh. (9:27) this Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Dan Schrapp.
I'm Abby Fridman. We have a lot to get to as we continue into the 9:30 half hour. But now it's time for the best part of Friday, a sure sign that the weekend is so close.
We know what it is. It's the weekend buzz, people. And this morning, Sandy has arrived.
Sandy is here.
Has arrived.
Has arrived.
Ta-da! Okay, so let's get right to this.
Oh, okay.
The car I saw driving on 390, going to pick up my daughter from the airport, I was like, how it was decorated for the holidays. I was like, that can't be safe. So apparently, it's a thing, of course, on TikTok.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do we have video?
To
we
decorate
see
your
it?
car?
Yeah, watch how it's decorated. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks cool at night. It does. It does. One, I'm not taping strung lights to my car. Oh, no, that's just ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy?
Two, yeah, I would say that is a big hazard.
Right? So as we're driving by this car, my 15-year-old was in the car with me, and I'm like, wait, was that car completely covered in lights? And now this was like around 5 o'clock, so the lights weren't on. And she's like, oh yeah, that's a thing on TikTok, Mom. I'm like, that is ridiculous,
Yeah.
and that can't be safe.
Well, also tacky when the lights aren't on. In daylight, it looks like you taped lights to your car.
Yeah. But so we brought it up on the air. Is this even legal? Is this safe? And there was one, wait, I have to get it right, from the Empire State Jeep Club.
Okay.
And she says she does that with her Jeep when they're in the parade.
Yeah.
But it is illegal.
Ah.
So, heads up to all you parents. If your kid is out there stringing lights on their car, tell them you are not paying that, what is it, $350 fine or whatever.
Wow.
Yes.
I've also seen people, though, that I've seen wreaths on vehicles. I've seen.
Yeah, do you like that?
Again,
Antlers? The antlers?
I feel like it's all a safety. How about we just treat the vehicle as a vehicle, and not
now you're
as.
sounding like a Scrooge. Now you're sounding like a Scrooge.
Well, I mean,
is, a little
what's
bit.
new?
Decorate the inside of your car. If you're really
the inside.
You're not even going to be able to appreciate it. You're driving in your car. You're not
got a
really going
point.
to be able to see it. Why don't
Okay.
you just put?
But what if
little-
it's not for you?
But this brings up a very interesting point. Do you decorate the outside of your car, your house, for you or the people driving by?
That's a good point.
I would make the argument that you decorate the outside of your house for the family that's living in there, because they want to see that cheer when they get off the school bus or home from holiday shopping.
Okay. Well,
I do judge a little bit the people with the antlers on their cars.
Yeah.
I do, because you know what? I know it's horrible.
No,
Trust me,
it's not.
I know.
no, that's fine.
No.
I don't even
You
try
don't
not
see it
to
as
judge
cute
it.
and festive?
No, because here's why. It's always up after Christmas. It's March, and a lot of people are still driving around with it. And to that, I'm like, you need to, come on, let's get it together. You put it up, time to take it down too.
I'm not a fan of anything on vehicles.
You're not.
Listen, there are attachments that I've seen out on the road that hang off of the back of a vehicle. You know what I'm talking about. But like all of that, like what are we doing in this world? Like seriously?
Yeah.
Also, how much did that cost? Sorry.
He's getting passionate.
How much did that cost? Because that seems like a waste of money.
Okay, well, okay.
Doesn't it?
Well, okay, hold on.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I understand the Jeep thing. I do. So my mom has a very cool Jeep, like a Wrangler, and it's, she's got like the cool Jeep cover for the tire on the back, and she's, they have like the rubber ducks that they put on the Jeeps if people like the decorations and stuff like that. If it's a cool Jeep, you get rubber ducked. I get that because it's like a thing, but like for my rusty car that's like not looking good and all of the lights are on the dashboard, it's like I have no business decorating. I have other priorities. I need to get it fixed. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I think it's Bruce's. I think it's fun. It's just fun.
Listen,
as long as it's safe.
It
it's
might
fun.
be fun, but I think she wants the lights on the dash off. No additional lights in the vehicle.
That would be ideal. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like this segment we learn a lot about each other.
We do.
Yeah. So let's extend that.
Okay.
And we are going to
Am
play.
I taking a test?
We're going to play. This is how cheap I am. I just made these instead of buy them. We're going to play Never Have I Ever.
Oh, okay. I can do this.
Okay. I have never or I have.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And how about my husband's like, you're playing a drinking game with them? I'm like,
huh?
I didn't know this was a drinking game. That's
Well,
how oblivious
listen,
I am to life.
There's no shortage of drinks around.
There is no
have our
shortage of
wine.
drinks. We've got our wine from day one that will.
No. It's vinegar at this point.
No,
well, we
you're
can
gonna
drink
try
vinegar
it before you leave.
Okay, anyhow, but again, I think we learn a lot about
We
each
do.
other here. Okay, so ready? You have to be honest now.
Okay.
Never have I ever snooped through someone's medicine cabinet or drawers out of curiosity. Like when you go over for Thanksgiving dinner and you're, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yes. You
have?
Yes.
Don't act like you haven't.
Well, I have a boyfriends, but not family.
Well, not
so
Okay, well, I didn't know we were allowed to give disclaimers, because if we're giving disclaimers, then I'll just
What'd you
claim.
find?
Oh, it was Grandma's medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I have. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you find?
Probably nothing interesting because I don't remember.
Oh, who do you snoop?
Well, I mean,
True.
sometimes I just need some Advil, and I'm like, well, I know that my parents have it, so I'm just gonna go in there. You know what I mean? I know my grandpa has it. I'm just gonna go in there. Like,
But if you went to Dan's house?
if I want, it's free. Yeah, fair game.
Well, yeah.
Anything
and,
is-
and listen, you also know there's more than Advil and Tylenol in that medicine cabinet.
We gotta move on.
Okay. Never have I ever drank too much at Thanksgiving and said something I should not have.
Oh,
Only Thanksgiving?
yeah. Seriously. Seriously.
What did you say? Could you
Listen,
say?
it wasn't
What you
a
say?
Thanksgiving. It was a Christmas. And at house number 2, I may have become violently ill, and I might have had to have been escorted up into their bedroom and told, "Why don't you sleep this off?"
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is decades
What were you
ago.
drinking?
Oh,
This
is
is
it?
this is decades. I was in college.
Decades.
Yeah.
He's been out of college for a while. Days ago.
I think it was days
I
ago.
appreciate it.
I just overshare. I'm just like word vomit, like deep dark secrets, and
I love
I'm just
that.
like I just love you so much. I'll usually text Dan.
We do this though. I feel on this shift we do this when we get particularly tired too. It becomes a crapshoot
Yes.
of like. I told Abigail this week that like after 2:45, I try and avoid contact with people because I don't know what I'm going to say at
I
that
do
point.
that too.
Yeah.
I do. I go, oh my God, did that just come out of
Yeah.
my mouth? Yeah.
You know what else I do?
Yeah.
I make plans, like hardcore plans. The last time it was a couple times ago. I like made this whole plan to go
couple
to
times ago.
California for this music festival. and it's already sold out. So like, we're not getting the tickets. We're not going to California. But there was this huge, elaborate plan.
You committed to a plan. You created this plan
And
that.
there are no.
Did you follow through?
No, because there are no
aren't
tickets.
Well,
We're out of luck. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be.
Do
fine.
we have one more? Because
Do we have
Ashley's
one
telling
more?
us.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything.
never have I ever left the price tag on a bottle of wine or the gift I gave, so they know how much I spent.
Never.
I don't
No,
think I
don't do
have.
that.
Oh, but I'm always so tempted. Like, I want them to know, because typically I'm cheap, and I want them to know when I spend a lot of money.
Oh.
So I may have. I'm like, that bottle of wine was a lot.
Do they? I don't
Okay,
think
wait.
I've ever.
All right. Listen. Maybe I have not left the tag on something, but I'm sure I've left the receipt in the bag.
Yes,
before.
something
Okay,
to
yes,
let them
I've
know.
done that.
Like,
I've
the
done that.
expectation is you think I'm going to go cheap, but hello,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
spent a pretty
Coming
penny.
in clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were tags on wine bottles.
Well, you know, I mean, like any kind of tag on, or receipt. There's not. There's tags on wine
I don't
bottles.
think.
Uh,
No, I don't think I've ever done it.
the bottle, it's not there long enough to read it. It's just, it's in and out.
She's not paying attention to that. Just
No, it's like a juice box.
How
You know,
quickly
you
can we
stick the
pour
straw
that
in
thing?
And you move
How
on.
quickly can we pour that thing?
Oh, God.
Thank you, Sandy. We have to go. Stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester. We're back after this.
Welcome back. November is National Scholarship Month, and one local RIT student has been selected as one of 40 students nationwide to receive a pretty spectacular scholarship.
This is very cool, and this morning we're getting a chance to learn more about him as well as the scholarship that he received. He joins us this morning via Zoom, RIT freshman Amos Prince. Thank you so much for waking up with us, my friend. You know what? Looks like we're having an issue here hearing you.
Okay, can you hear
There
me
we
now?
go.
Yes, there we go.
Now we've got
Perfect.
you.
Alrighty.
Congratulations, first and foremost, and thank you for waking up with us. Tell us about this scholarship.
Yes, thank you for having me, by the way. So I was selected as part of the Bridging the Dream Scholarship from the Sally Mae Fund and the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, whom I want to express my deep gratitude to. I was one of 40 recipients, and this scholarship means a lot to me because I'm a first-generation immigrant and a first-generation college student as well. So having this scholarship really is a reward for all my hard work, and is the reason why we made the move over to America, for the widespread opportunities that are available here. And this scholarship means a great deal because I'm actually required to pay for school by myself. So it really allocates more financial freedom and gives me more time to focus on my academics rather than having to work a job or stress about the financial struggles that comes with school.
Tell us what the application process was like. I imagine it would be pretty rigorous.
Yeah, so I heard about the scholarship through my guidance counselor from high school, and the application process was fairly straightforward for this scholarship. You were required to submit 2 videos, and you have to answer prompts that the Sallie Mae Fund had listed, and you could respond to those prompts through a video, and you're required to submit that for the application.
What was your reaction when you found out you had been one of just a couple of dozen selected for this scholarship?
Yes, so actually I found out, I remember this very clearly. I was at school and I was in my dorm, and the beds are lofted in my room. So I woke up, my alarm, I saw, I checked my email because I do that in the mornings, and I saw Sallie Mae, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, emailed me, and the first word was congratulations.
Boom.
And I hopped out of bed. It's lofted. I just hopped out of bed, ran outside, called my mom. I think I called her like 4 times. She was at work, but she eventually answered, and I was overjoyed. It was the best thing ever, honestly.
Oh my gosh, I love
this is
that
so
story.
cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Your parents must be wildly proud.
Yes, they really are.
Tell me, because I should have asked you this from the get-go, what are you studying at RIT?
I'm actually a mechanical engineering with a focus on aerospace.
Wow.
And where does that put you in a career? What sort of job will you be going after?
As of right now, I'm really, really looking at NASA. It's a really, really tough job to actually acquire, but I think I could potentially do that. Working with spacecrafts, airplanes, all that great stuff.
I think you have luck and brilliance on your side, my friend. I mean, you know, this scholarship is nothing to...
It's like icing on an already layered cake.
Something like that, yes. It's a really great deal to me.
So you've got this scholarship. What now? What are the plans?
So with this scholarship, some background from me. I actually received my high school degree along with my associate degree in one because I was dually enrolled in high school. So I'm currently a 3rd year at RIT, although I'm a freshman. So I technically only have 3 years left at RIT, and I've been, they've proposed the idea of me getting my master's and my bachelor's in 3 years. So I could potentially graduate with my bachelor's and master's degree in just 3 years, which is really, really amazing opportunity. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but you know, it's worth it. And this scholarship made schools really affordable for me. So I'll take this, the funds that I've received, pay for school this year, and going forward, we have co-ops here at RIT. So I'll likely, be able to afford school through co-ops and money I have previously saved as well. And, this scholarship is a really big help, of course, making my first year an easy, smooth transition.
Amos, listen, congratulations once again. You've got a bright future, my friend.
Yeah.
You're going to go, they're going to hire you at NASA, then you're going to become CEO, and then in 2 decades, you'll be ruling the world. So I'm confident that you've got what it takes.
Yeah, congratulations again. I know we don't know you, but we're so proud that you're in our community, and we can't wait to see the great things that you do. So
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well.
Take care. Hey, and you at home, don't go anywhere, because when Arc Rochester returns, people,
We're going to be joined by some very special friends getting
Yes.
ready to take the stage in their upcoming production of Elf the Musical.
we're back right after this. .9:48 this morning, and this weekend, Greece Athena Middle School is ringing in the season by bringing a holiday favorite to the stage.
Yeah, just looking at their costumes, you could probably tell, but we are joined now by the cast members in the upcoming production of Elf the Musical. Good morning, friends. Would you mind introducing yourselves to everyone watching at home?
I am Buddy the Elf. I'm in 8th grade, and my name is Callan Fetzner.
My name's Harper Phillip. I'm in 8th grade, and I play Jovi.
My name is Jaden Trafton. I'm in 8th grade, and I play Walter Hobbs.
Very cool. It's like they're adults.
Yes,
They're
1000%.
very adult.
Yeah.
Very adult. Thank you, all three of you, for waking up bright and early and coming in. Okay, so let's dive into this show. I have to imagine growing up, you all saw the Elf movie, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Is it like the number one on our Christmas list of holiday movies?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So funny.
So what was the reaction when we found out that this is the show we're going to be doing?
I was so excited.
Yeah, I was
just
happy.
Like I was so
Jumping
excited
up
to
and
do
down.
a Christmas show. Like I've never done a Christmas show before, so I was so excited to try it out.
I decided right there and then, Halloween, I'm Buddy the Elf.
So you
knew.
you had the costume, you're ready to go. It
How
was
do you
like
like
you were a
that?
shoo-in for the part, basically.
Yeah.
I love it. Great confidence. And you, I mean, you look great in the suit, first of all.
Thank you.
Do you like playing Walter?
I love it. Sometimes it's a little bit hard on my voice because I have to yell at Callan sometimes, but it is very fun getting to be able to like make people happy and laugh and stuff. So yes, I love playing Walter.
What is it like when you get up on that stage and the lights are shining bright and you can kind of see, oh, that might be John from, math class and Sally from Spanish. What is it like knowing that all those eyeballs are looking at you on stage?
I just try to forget about it. There's like a little exit sign in the back of the auditorium, and you just stare at it and you just forget that everybody's there, and you just sing, dance.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the feeling that I'm putting on a great performance for everyone, and I get to make everyone's holiday season a lot brighter.
Yeah, I bet it does. And, I've got to ask, how do you keep your energy up? Because, Buddy, he's go, go, go. He's eating
running
a lot
on
of
sugar.
Yeah,
A lot of maple
exactly.
syrup.
Yeah.
So how do you do it? Energy drinks, candy? What are we doing here?
No, just get to remember every day that I get to have a lot of fun with all the great directors and all the friends I make on the way.
And that's what does it for you? That's what gives you the Buddy the Elf energy and drive? That's pretty impressive.
That is really cool. I love the pictures too. Look at that. That's the famous spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
It's my friend Santa.
Do we actually eat? Is it real spaghetti?
We do. It is hot spaghetti with maple syrup, chocolate syrup, and M&Ms.
Wow.
How does it actually taste?
Awesome.
Really?
Really?
Really good.
Oh, wait, do we not like it? Have we tried it?
We don't
I've
eat
never tried
it.
it.
It's
And
just
do
him
we
and-
not want to eat it too? Is that the yeah?
I would love to eat it.
Oh,
It is very good. It's just sugar on spaghetti.
Yeah.
Just
I
a
think-
lot
little
of sugar.
sweet and savory, right
I feel
there.
like this should be a taste test arc segment at
Hey,
some point.
I'm on board.
Yeah, we should
you
do
got it. You guys, what are you most looking forward to with the show? I'm talking musical. I'm talking one of the scenes. Like, what specifically you can't wait to show people?
I don't know. Okay, you want to go first?
I don't know. It's just fun to be with all the new people and really get to put on an awesome show.
How big is this cast?
Huge.
Yeah?
Maybe
there's a lot of
70?
people.
Whoa.
How many?
270? I think it was 70.
70. Okay. That's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then there's 50 people on tech crew.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a huge production to be
Yeah.
pulling off.
So a lot of people, I would imagine you guys are all really close though, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, talk about some of the friendships that you've made.
Well, we've known each other since kindergarten because we all went to the same elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, we've made friends outside of school, and we've like been able to just like be a part of this community, which has been really helpful. Not for just the stage, but for backstage too. When people are moving sets, it's just awesome to be able to be part of such an amazing like thing.
It's almost like a theater family, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
It's so cool. Okay, who knows ticketing information, date, and time?
Who wants to
We
go?
talked about
Go ahead,
this.
Jaden.
Okay, so for tickets, you go to www.cur8.com, or you can buy tickets at the door at the Greece Athena Performing Arts Center.
Very good.
Boom.
Excellent. And November 22nd, 23rd, 29th, and 30th. That's right.
The Saturdays are 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. and the Fridays are just 7 p.m.
Do you guys have any like jitters going into it? You nervous at all? Or we're just excited.
I'm nervous for tonight. I mean, it's like my first time with like a really big part at Greece Athena, so.
I mean, but we've all done it before.
Yeah, we've
so.
all done it before,
Yeah.
though, so.
You guys are gonna.
Nothing
You've
too big.
got this. It's in the
Naturals.
bag.
Well, yeah, seriously, you are.
Listen, I say before you go out there, we take a couple of swigs of maple syrup and you're golden, okay? You'll make it
Definitely.
through. Thank you guys so much for waking up and coming in. Do we have to go to school now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are we going to breakfast first? Yes? Good.
Yeah.
Hope so.
That's good. We'll get your breakfast on the way.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, you guys,
welcome.
so much for coming in.
It's on you guys now. Sorry. Hey, don't go anywhere. When we come back, our final thoughts this Friday.
Yeah, stick around. We're back after this. 9:56. Welcome back. Time for our final thoughts of the morning here on Arc Rochester.
All right, we're going to dive right into the poll results this Friday. Earlier this morning, we posed the question, what is the worst winter weather condition? We gave you some options, Abigail.
Yeah, slush, ice, blustering snow, or heavy downfall.
The results?
Ice.
Oh, look at that.
Look, I
Look
get
at
it.
that.
I do.
The vast majority right there.
It's tough. It's hard to drive in. It sneaks up on you.
Hard to walk on.
Yup.
And then you get out of the car in the parking lot thinking, oh, the day's going to be wonderful. And before you know it, you're covered in coffee, you're frozen cold, and you're laying flat on your back in the middle of a parking lot.
So true. We have 2 responses and we have 20 seconds left. Let's see if we can pull some of them up. AJ said ice is by far the most dangerous overall. Heavy ice causes tree damage. Yeah, you're totally right, sir.
100%. Who else? There we go. Aaron, it's not the worst, but the most awesome is thunder snow.
Very true.
Okay, yeah,
Very cool.
dramatic. Hey, we are back Monday morning over on Channel 13.
Yeah.
It's 4:57 for a show called Good Day Rochester.